Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So, is it possible to reinvent an icon without losing its soul? That's the question we're answering today. The nameplate that literally defined the midsize SUV segment is back after a 3-year hiatus. This is the all-new 2026 Jeep Cherokee. It's not just a refresh, it's a complete rethink. But has Jeep done enough to reclaim the throne in a crowded market? Or is this just another crossover wearing a famous badge? Let's find out. First, let's talk about the face of this thing. You can't miss it. Jeep has ditched the controversial squinty headlights of the previous generation for a bold, boxy look that screams traditional Jeep. We've got that classic 7-slot grille standing upright and proud, flanked by squared-off LED headlights with a distinct U-shaped signature. It looks tough, right? Walking around the side, you'll see they've sharpened the edges. It's longer, taller, and wider than before, stretching 188.1 inches in length. It rides on alloy wheels ranging from 18 to 20 inches, depending on the trim. But here's a critique. While the design is definitely more masculine, some die-hard fans might find it a bit Jeep-light. It's rugged, sure, but it feels more like a scaling down of the Grand Cherokee than a unique, standalone Rebel. And ground clearance? You're looking at 8 inches. That's decent for a snowy commute or a dirt road, but is it enough for the Rubicon Trail? We'll get to that in a minute. The rear finishes strong with jerry can-inspired rectangular LED taillights and a hands-free power liftgate, but the overall vibe is definitely more suburban adventurer than rock crawler. Hop inside, and the difference is night and day. Gone is the cramped, dated cabin of the old model. The 2026 Cherokee feels open and modern. You're greeted by a 10.25-inch fully digital instrument cluster and a massive 12.3-inch central touchscreen running Uconnect 5. It's fast, crisp, and thankfully, still has physical buttons for the climate control. Thank you, Jeep. You've got a rotary gear selector that frees up space on the console, and available heated and ventilated seats that honestly feel near luxury on the Overland trim. However, we have to talk about the materials on the lower trims. If you're looking at the entry-level model, expect some harder plastics that remind you this is still a mass-market vehicle. It's practical, but is it premium enough for the price tag? That's up for debate. Now, let's talk technology. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard, which is great. You also get the Connect One package with over-the-air updates. But technology is only as good as its usability. While Uconnect 5 is one of the best systems out there, screens this big can be distracting. Does a midsize SUV really need more screen real estate than your laptop? Moving on to what powers this beast, and this is where things get controversial. Under the hood, there is no V6 option. The 2026 Cherokee is hybrid only. You get a 1.6-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine paired with 2 electric motors. The numbers? 210 horsepower and 230 pound-feet of torque. It's mated to a CVT, yes, a continuously variable transmission. Now, the good news. The torque is instant thanks to the electric motors. The bad news? It's a CVT. When you really mash the throttle, you're going to get that engine drone that some drivers hate. 0 to 60 comes in around an estimated 7.5 seconds. It's adequate, but it's not going to pin you to your seat like a RAV4 Prime would. Top speed is typical for the class, but let's be real, you aren't buying this for the drag strip. What you are buying it for is utility. Cargo space is vastly improved. We're talking 33.6 cubic feet behind the second row and opening up to 68.3 cubic feet with seats folded. That's a 30% jump over the old model. Towing capacity is rated at 3,500 pounds. That's respectable for a hybrid, but if you have a big boat, you might need to look at the Grand Cherokee. Here is where the hybrid system really shines. Fuel economy. Jeep estimates 37 miles per gallon combined. For a boxy all-wheel drive SUV, that is impressive. You're looking at over 500 miles of range on a single tank. If you do a lot of city driving or highway cruising, your wallet is going to thank you. But, and it's a big but, there is no plug-in 4xe version at launch. If you wanted that pure electric commute, you're out of luck for now. Let's touch on capability, because it is a Jeep. All models come with Jeep Active Drive, IAWD. It's great for rain and snow, but here is the bad news for the off-road purists. At launch, there is no trail-rated model, no low-range transfer case, no locking differentials. For 99% of drivers, this system is fine. But if you're that 1% who wants to crawl over boulders, this Cherokee might feel a bit soft compared to its predecessors. Safety is a strong point. You get active driving assist, blind spot monitoring, and adaptive cruise control standard. But remember, all these sensors can be expensive to repair if you have a fender bender. It's the double-edged sword of modern safety tech. Finally, the pricing. The The base model starts at $36,995. The Laredo bumps you up to $39,995. The Limited hits $42,495, and the top-tier Overland starts at $45,995. When you consider the destination charges, you are easily pushing $50,000 for a loaded model. That is steep. You have to ask yourself, is the Jeep badge worth the premium over a Kia Sportage Hybrid or a Subaru Forester? So there you have it. The 2026 Jeep Cherokee is efficient, spacious, and tech-heavy, but it trades some of its old-school grit for modern manners. It's a better daily driver, but is it a better Jeep? I want to know what you think. Is the hybrid powertrain a deal breaker, or is 37 miles per gallon exactly what you've been waiting for? And do you miss the V6? Drop a comment down below. I read all of them. If you enjoyed this honest breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.